2024, Katt Williams is not taking any prisoners. Katt Williams is on this rampant attack, attacking his fellow comedians. I'm telling you, he is going after them. He is bringing them down, at least shouting them out and exposing the tea. His newest target is Rickey Smiley. Now, we know he was after D.L. Hughley, he was after Steve Harvey, he was after Michael Blackstone, he was after a whole host of people. Now it's Rickey Smiley's turn. Katt Williams probably said this is a reckoning year because he's not holding back. He is going after every celebrity that he can go after. So now it's Rickey Smiley's turn that he's going after. He's now reacting to Katt Williams' comments about Friday after next cast because he made the allegation that Rickey was really jealous of his character in the movie. So Katt have everybody giving responsive statements after dropping this bombshell comment in a recent interview.
Are you kidding me? You let Rickey Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday after next, the one I was in. I wish all of America fumbled a bit when that happened. And then he said some stuff that we haven't heard in 100 years in Hollywood. You ain't say nothing. This man told you he had Katt Williams' role. He was going to be Money Mike. And Katt Williams was going to be the Santa Claus. Now, three quick points. You mean in Hollywood they cast a 5'5" black Santa Claus that weigh 145 pounds? That's your story. Your story is the Rickey Smiley that couldn't even do curse words because he had a Christian fan base. He was going to play the pimp. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies than he's played a man?
Well, I didn't know
he shouldn't be able. You wouldn't let an athlete that been on steroids talk about one of the greats. Rickey Smiley can't act because Rickey Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a great one. Are you kidding me? You let Rickey Smiley sit here and you said out that mouth, you stole Friday after next, the one I was in.
Rickey Smiley is the latest celebrity to react to Katt's allegation amidst a growing list. Cedric the Entertainer, Michael Blackstone, and Kevin Hart. Not to mention Steve Harvey, because for years now he's been at it with Steve Harvey. So Katt said during the morning show on Thursday, January the 4th, Williams addressed casting on Friday after next, and the comedian claimed that Rickey was bitter while they were filming over Katt's Money Mike role. I guess he wanted to do that role. This alleged bitterness extended to Rickey's deciding to watch the film at home rather than be present at the premiere, says Katt Williams. Ooh, I am telling you, Katt is just opening up all kinds of worms, all kinds of Pandora's boxes. So Rickey Smiley clapped back and he said, it's sad. It's really sad that Katt would have to stoop to that level. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything? So on Rickey's talk show, he addressed the issue.
Just get into this. The whole thank y'all for this opportunity, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Let's just get into this. The whole internet going crazy. Comments that Katt Williams made. But if I can't speak on behalf of the other comedians, but the only thing I can speak for is myself. Katt made some comments on Shannon Sharp's show about when I was on Shannon Sharp was telling him the story of some of the behind the scenes from Friday After Next. Let's start with that. When I went out there, let's just go back. In 2000, I was the host of BET Comic View and in the season 2004. I also worked on this show called Live from LA. That was my first job with BET. And that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, man, hey, man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in All About the Benjamins, of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for, was Money Mike. And I guess the producers, Cube and everybody saw something different. And I think that Money Mike character, Special K, was going to come off as kind of like
just a guy who was hanging around in the strip mall who was just kind of being annoying and almost like a crackhead type of character. That was
right. So I guess when Katt Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Because ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to L.A., they said, hey, your role has changed. You're going to be the Santa Claus. And here's the Santa Claus suit. Put it on, and here's your lines. Sat in the trailer, went over the lines, went over my stuff with Cube, and the rest is history. Had no reason. I just want to clarify that. Had no reason to lie about that. As a matter of fact, my manager at the time, Gary Abdo, who is still one of my best friends, who also helped start my career, and he's the owner of the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta. We got him on the phone just to clarify. Gary Abdo, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm good, man. Just for clarification, you was my manager at the time. We went to LA together for the audition. Cube wanted to see us. What is your version?
Yeah, well, we're old, and that was 23 years ago. So, our memories are what our memories are. You went out, you auditioned, they wanted you to play Money Mike. That was the sides that they had sent. The sides are the portion of the script for the part they want you to play. Those were the sides they sent. That was the audition you did. They said, great, we want you to play this role. My recollection is you had to go back and read for the execs from the studio one final time. And the night before that, we got different sides and they said, no, we want you to play this role. And we didn't understand it. We really were under the impression, well, you had the role as Money Mike, but then all of a sudden they switched it up. Now we understand why. Katt came in, blew them away. He's an incredible performer. That was probably one of the most iconic breakout parts in movie history. I mean, that was literally Katt's first movie. Friday was not Chris Tucker's first movie. Next Friday was not Mike Epps' first movie. For that to have been Katt Williams' first movie, and he exploded. I mean, that literally made him an iconic touring comedian, one of the biggest to do it in this generation. And, the rest, as they say, was history. But, yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, you were auditioning for Money Mike. We were told you had the role, and then that switched up overnight.
And I'm glad I ended up being the Santa Claus, because that role was iconic and not as funny as his. I like the pimp. I personally like the pimp better, but the Santa Claus role was just perfect for me. At the time, I was skinny and could run fast, so
and you could squeeze over that gate. So, yeah, that was the...
I just wanted to clarify that. And then there was no contract ever that in agreement with the first Sunday movie, because that was a whole different production directed by who just directed my Netflix special, David E. Talbert, about me playing Bernice Jenkins, that's something that David called me personally. David and Lynn are fans and have been fans of my work for a long time, and it was like, we want you to play Bernice Jenkins, and you know, and here you go, and that's what happened. And I went out there and shot that in one day, me and Red Grant, and that was a lot of fun. Right. And it had nothing to do with Katt Williams' contract or whatever. So I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect Katt. Definitely disappointed that you have to get on the air and explain something like this, but you know, that's the truth, and I don't know what else to say. So there it is.
There's not much else to say. You know, it's indisputable.
I guess this is not going to end anytime soon. Katt is just making all kinds of enemies for no good reason. So meanwhile, in his response to Katt, Rickey Smiley swore he went to the Los Angeles audition for Money Mike role. He said, I had no reason to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about anything of that nature. So in Rickey Smiley's interview, this is what he said. They added a whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision because there's no way in hell I could have executed that role like the way Katt Williams played it. So then Rickey went on to say he was glad the director and the powers that be made the decision to put him in a Santa Claus role because it was better for him. So Katt Williams, being petty, said because they auditioned for the same part and he got the part, that Rickey was really mad and jealous and bitter, and that's why he did not go to the premiere with everybody else, the whole cast. So as the interview continued, Katt Williams decided to drop a little tea, a little bombshell, a little shocker, if you will. And he said, I put in my contract that Rickey Smiley, if I'm going to play alongside him, he can only play a certain part. And that is being in a dress. And what was the next movie that came out? Was he not in a dress? So Katt said he put it in his contract that Rickey can only be in a dress if he's going to play alongside him. Listen, we don't know. He didn't show receipts. He did not show this clause in his contract. And Rickey's calling it false. He said no such clause exists. So then Rickey clapped back and he said, no, that's not true. My contract don't have nothing to do with Katt Williams. He cannot tell the studio, tell the directors, tell the powers that be what role I should be playing. So I guess the feud between them is going to continue for 2024, and Katt has made a lot of enemies. Not that he cares. On that note, guys, I'm over and now. Don't forget to hit the like bell and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. See you all on the next one. Thank you for watching.